good day, ladies and gentlemen. And once again, we are back together. Right, and this time we are looking at question 2 from our technical maths exemplar for grade 11. So please, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you're part of the family. Right, and let's get right into the question. They say to us in the diagram below, we've got P, which is 1 and 3, which is a point on the Cartesian plane. OP is equal to R, and XOP is equal to theta. All right, so we've got that triangle there that they give us information for. They say use the diagram to calculate the value of theta. Now, I want you to please note, ladies and gents, what do we have? So they have given us, in this case, the value, the x value, as well as the y value. So which means we know what is on the adjacent side, right? So that's going to be 1 unit, and our y value, which is on the opposite side, this is going to be 3 units, right? So we can be able to find out the value of theta. So which trig ratio says with opposite over the adjacent side? That's definitely going to be the tan of theta, right? So tan of angle theta would be equal to y over x, that's going to be 1. Y over x, that's opposite, that's 3 over 1. Okay, and so theta would be the arctan of 3 degrees, of 3. Let's do that quickly. Shift the tan of 3, and we get the value 71.57. Okay, so that's 71.57. So that is what we're going to get for that guy there. Okay, right. So they say to us, calculate the length OP, leave the answer insert form. Right, so we want the length of OP, which is the R value of this. So we can see that's a 90-degree triangle. So we're going to use the Pythagorean theorem, okay, the theorem of Pythagoras. That's going to be r squared is equals to x squared plus y squared. Our x squared, our x value is 1. Our y value is 3, okay, and we've got 1 plus 9, okay, which is going to give us 10. So r squared is equal to 10, so therefore it means the value of r. And please note, we won't say plus or minus, because we are dealing with the distance, and r is considered to be always positive. So that's going to simply be the square root of 10. Okay, so we know that the length OP is root 10 units. All right, and then now they say determine the value of the following without using a calculator. Okay, so they want us to evaluate sine of theta. So remember, what is sine theta in this case? Sine theta, sine is y, or you can say opposite over hypotenuse. So that's opposite over hypotenuse. Okay, so that's opposite, or you can say y over r over hypotenuse. And so that will be 3 divided by square root of 10. Okay, right. And what about cos of 180 plus theta? Well, we're going to apply the reduction formula first. So firstly, we need to check, where is 180 plus theta? That is in the second quadrant, right? 180 plus theta, that's even in the third quadrant. So how is cos in the third quadrant? So we use our cast diagram, right? And we know all of them are positive in the first quadrant. Sine and its inverse are positive in the second quadrant. Only tan and its inverse is positive in the third quadrant, and then cos is positive in the fourth quadrant, right? Now, in this case, cos of 180 plus. So here's 180. So if I say 180 plus, it's over there. If I say 180 minus, that's in the second quadrant. So in the third quadrant, I know that cosine would be negative. So this is the equivalent of minus the cos of theta. Okay? But in this case, what is cos theta? Cos theta is x over r, or you can say adjacent over hypotenuse. That's x over r. So that would be 1 over root 10. So that would be negative 1 over the square root of 10. And that is how the cookie crumbles, ladies and gents. Right? We're going to be looking at the next questions, right, in our next video. For now, we are going to leave it there. I'll see you guys next time. Sharp, sharp.